The 1980s were a golden age for harvesters. Manufacturers focused on one thing above all else: getting the crop in, no matter the conditions. These machines were built with massive engines, simple mechanics, and rock-solid reliability long before fragile electronics took over. They handled heavy yields. They survived brutal seasons. They kept running when downtime meant disaster. Many are still working fields today, decades later, often with original parts and minimal upgrades. This is the story of the 10 best harvesters from the 1980s machines that earned farmer trust, set reliability standards, and proved that great engineering never goes out of style. Number 1. John Deere 6620. The John Deere 6620 is widely regarded as one of the most successful and dependable harvesters of the early to mid-1980s. It was designed during a period when John Deere focused heavily on durability, mechanical simplicity, and long service life rather than electronics or automation. The 6620 was a conventional combine using a cylinder and straw walker threshing system, which many farmers preferred because it was predictable, easy to adjust, and forgiving across different crop conditions. Powered by a robust 6-cylinder John Deere diesel engine, producing roughly 170–185 horsepower depending on configuration and market, the 6620 had ample torque for heavy crops such as wheat, corn, and barley. Its hydrostatic transmission gave operators precise ground speed control, a major advantage when harvesting uneven or lodged crops. The grain tank capacity, around 200 bushels, was considered generous for its era and allowed longer harvesting runs before unloading. One of the biggest strengths of the 6620 was serviceability. Daily maintenance points were easy to access, belts and chains were logically laid out, and most repairs could be carried out with basic farm tools. This is a major reason why many 6620s are still operational decades later. Parts availability has also remained strong due to the massive number of machines produced and Deere's long-term parts support. In real-world use, the 6620 earned a reputation for consistent performance rather than extreme capacity. It might not match modern combines for speed or automation, but it excels in reliability and uptime. For many farmers, especially in regions with limited dealer support, a well-maintained 6620 could still complete a harvest more dependably than a newer but more complex machine. Number 2. Case IH1680. The Case IH1680 is one of the most influential harvesters of the 1980s because it represented the maturity of the axial flow rotary threshing concept. Introduced in the mid-1980s, the 1680 built on earlier Case and International Harvester rotary designs, but added more power, higher capacity, and improved durability. Its single large rotor replaced traditional cylinders and straw walkers, allowing crop material to move smoothly through the machine in a continuous flow, with engine output typically around 100 horsepower. The 1680 was capable of handling larger headers and higher crop volumes than many conventional machines of the time. The rotary system provided excellent grain separation with less grain damage, especially in crops like wheat, rice, and soybeans. It also performed better than many walker machines in damp or uneven crop conditions, where straw walkers could struggle. Mechanically, the 1680 remained relatively simple despite its advanced threshing concept. The rotor, concoves, and drive components were designed to be serviced and adjusted without excessive disassembly. This balance of innovation and serviceability is one of the main reasons the 1680 remains respected today. Many operators found that once properly set, the machine required fewer constant adjustments than conventional combines. Another advantage of the 1680 was its adaptability. Operators could fine-tune rotor speed and concave clearance to suit different crops, making it a versatile machine for mixed farming operations. Even by modern standards, the axial flow principle used in the 1680 remains relevant, as it laid the foundation for most modern rotary combines. In terms of historical importance and long-term usability, the Case IH 1680 stands as one of the best harvesters of the 1980s. Number 3. Claas Dominator 98. The Claas Dominator 98 is one of the most respected European harvesters of the 1980s and represents the peak of Claas's conventional combine engineering before electronics became dominant. Built with German precision and practicality in mind, The Dominator 98 was designed to perform reliably across a wide range of crops and conditions common in Europe and export markets. The machine typically used a Mercedes-Benz diesel engine, known for smooth operation, fuel efficiency, and long service intervals. Power output in the Dominator 98 class was sufficient to handle large headers for its time, usually in the 20-25 foot range. The threshing system used a traditional cylinder and concave paired with efficient straw walkers, delivering clean grain samples with minimal losses when properly adjusted. What truly set the Dominator 98 apart was build quality. Claas engineered the frame, driveline, and threshing components with longevity in mind. Bearings were oversized, sheet metal was thick, and service access was excellent. Claas also paid close attention to balance and crop flow, reducing vibration and wear during long harvesting days. The operator environment, while basic by modern standards, was considered advanced in the 1980s. Visibility was good, controls were logically arranged, and noise levels were relatively low for the era. These factors reduced operator fatigue, which directly improved productivity during long harvest periods. Even today, many Dominator 98 machines remain in working condition, especially in Europe, Africa, and parts of Asia. Their continued use is a testament to Claas's engineering philosophy at the time: build it strong, keep it simple, and make it repairable. For many farmers, those qualities still matter more than modern technology. Number 4. International Harvester 1460. The International Harvester 1460 was one of the most dependable harvesters produced by IH during the late 1970s. It was designed for farmers who valued mechanical strength, straightforward operation, and ease of maintenance. Unlike later machines that increasingly relied on electronics, the 1460 remained largely mechanical, which made it especially popular in regions with harsh working conditions. The 1460 used a conventional threshing system with a cylinder and straw walkers, a layout that many operators trusted due to its predictable behavior and easy adjustment. Power came from an IH diesel engine producing roughly 170–180 horsepower, giving the machine enough strength to handle demanding crops without overstressing components. The hydrostatic transmission allowed smooth speed changes, which was especially useful when harvesting uneven fields. Durability was a defining characteristic of the 1460. The frame and driveline were heavily built, and many components were designed to be rebuilt rather than replaced. Farmers often ran these machines for thousands of hours with routine maintenance such as bearing replacement, belt changes, and regular oil servicing. Because IH machines were widespread, spare parts and mechanical knowledge were easy to find. In the field, the 1460 earned a reputation for consistency. It may not have been the fastest or most advanced combine of its era, but it rarely caused major downtime when properly maintained. That reliability made it a favorite among mixed crop farmers who needed one machine to do everything reasonably well. Even decades later, the IH 1460 remains a symbol of practical, no-nonsense harvesting from the 1980s. Number 5. New Holland TR98. The New Holland TR98 stands out as one of the most technically advanced harvesters of the 1980s, thanks to its unique twin-rotor threshing and separation system. During a time when most manufacturers relied either on conventional straw walkers or single-rotor designs, New Holland chose a different path. The TR98 used two longitudinal rotors, allowing crop material to be threshed and separated more evenly and efficiently. This design proved especially effective in high-yield crops and difficult conditions such as damp straw or lodged grain. Powered by a diesel engine producing roughly 190–210 horsepower depending on configuration, the TR98 had the muscle to run wide headers, often up to 25 feet. Its grain tank capacity, around 240 bushels, reduced the need for frequent unloading and improved overall harvesting efficiency. The twin-rotor system also helped maintain consistent crop flow, reducing blockages that could slow down harvesting during peak season. From an operational standpoint, the TR98 was valued for its ability to handle large volumes of material without excessive grain damage. The separation efficiency was particularly strong, resulting in clean grain samples when the machine was properly adjusted. Although the twin-rotor design added some mechanical complexity compared to conventional combines, New Holland engineered the TR98 with accessible service points, allowing routine maintenance to be performed without excessive downtime. Many farmers who ran TR98 machines appreciated their stability and capacity, especially on larger farms where productivity mattered more than absolute simplicity. Even today, surviving TR98 harvesters are still in use in some regions, a testament to the durability of their drivetrain and the effectiveness of the twin-rotor concept introduced in the Number 6. Massey Ferguson 860. The Massey Ferguson 860 was one of the largest and most powerful conventional harvesters produced by Massey Ferguson during the 1980s. Designed as a step-up from the highly successful MF760, the 860 was intended for farmers and contractors who needed higher capacity without moving into experimental or overly complex technology. It retained a traditional cylinder and straw walker threshing system, but scaled it up with more power and heavier components. The MF860 was typically equipped with a high-torque diesel engine producing around 200 horsepower, giving it the ability to handle wide headers and dense crops with ease. Its grain tank capacity, roughly 240 bushels, was among the largest in its class at the time. This made it well suited for large fields where efficiency and reduced downtime were critical. One of the defining traits of the MF860 was its rugged construction. Massey Ferguson built the frame, driveline, and header mounts to withstand long hours of continuous operation. The machine was not lightweight, but that weight contributed to stability and durability. Farmers often commented that the 860 felt overbuilt, which is precisely why many of these machines survived decades of use. Maintenance was straightforward by 1980s standards. Belts, chains, and bearings were accessible, and adjustments could be made without specialized tools. In real-world conditions, the MF860 proved reliable across a wide range of crops, including wheat, barley, and corn. Its balance of power, capacity, and mechanical simplicity secured its place as one of the best harvesters of the 1980s. Number 7. Laverda M120. The Laverda M120 represents the strength of European harvester manufacturing during the 1980s. Built in Italy, the M120 was designed to handle demanding crop conditions while remaining practical to operate and maintain. Laverda machines were especially popular across Europe and in export markets where reliability and mechanical simplicity were essential. They're powered by a diesel engine, delivering approximately 190 horsepower, giving it sufficient strength to operate headers up to about 24 feet wide. It used a conventional threshing system with a cylinder, concave, and straw walkers, optimized for steady crop flow and consistent separation. The result was clean grain output with low loss when properly adjusted. What set the Laverda M120 apart was its build quality. The machine featured heavy gear cases, thick steel panels, and robust bearings designed for long service life. Laverda engineers prioritized balance and structural integrity, which reduced vibration and wear over time. This attention to durability made the M120 particularly attractive to farmers who expected their machines to last decades rather than just a few seasons. Service access was another strong point. Routine maintenance tasks such as checking belts, replacing bearings, or adjusting sieves could be performed quickly. Many operators also appreciated the logical layout of controls and mechanical systems. Even today, Laverda M120 harvesters are still found working in various parts of the world, proving that solid engineering and practical design can outlast trends and technology changes. Number 8. Gleaner N6. The Gleaner N6 is a standout example of American combine design from the late 1970s and early 1980s that continued to prove its value throughout the decade. Unlike many large, bulky harvesters of the era, the N6 was relatively compact while still delivering impressive performance. It was designed for efficiency, ease of maintenance, and reliable operation rather than sheer size. The N6 featured a single-rotor threshing system which provided smooth crop flow and gentle grain handling. Engine output was typically around 160 horsepower, making it well-suited for medium-sized farms. Its grain tank capacity, approximately 180 bushels, was smaller than some competitors but adequate for its intended role. One of the biggest advantages of the Gleaner N6 was serviceability. Gleaner machines were famous for their easy access to internal components. Large side panels and a straightforward mechanical layout allowed farmers to perform most maintenance tasks themselves. This reduced downtime and repair costs, especially in areas where dealer support was limited. In field performance, the N6 delivered clean grain samples and handled a variety of crops effectively. Its axial-style rotor was particularly good at reducing grain damage compared to some conventional machines. Because of its manageable size, the N6 was easy to transport and maneuver in smaller or irregular fields. The Gleaner N6 earned a loyal following, and many operators kept these machines running well beyond their expected lifespan. Its combination of efficiency, simplicity, and durability firmly places it among the best harvesters of the Number 9. Massey Ferguson 760. The Massey Ferguson 760 is often regarded as one of the most successful and widely respected harvesters Massey Ferguson ever produced, and its influence carried strongly into the 90s. Although introduced in the late 1970s, the 760 remained a mainstay on farms throughout the early and mid-90s, earning a reputation for reliability, simplicity, and strong overall performance. It was designed as a practical machine for real-world farming, not as a technological experiment. The MF760 used a conventional cylinder and straw walker threshing system, a design that farmers trusted and understood well. Powered by a diesel engine producing roughly 180 horsepower, the machine had enough power to handle heavy grain crops without excessive strain. Its grain tank capacity, around 200 bushels, was well matched to the machine's size and intended workload, allowing steady progress through large fields without constant unloading. One of the strongest qualities of the MF760 was its mechanical honesty. There were no complex electronics, and most systems were hydraulic or mechanical, which meant problems could be diagnosed quickly. Belts, bearings, and chains were easy to reach, and routine maintenance could be performed with basic tools. This made the 760 especially popular in regions where dealer support was limited or seasonal delays could be costly. In operation, the MF760 was known for consistent grain quality and dependable performance across wheat, barley, oats, and corn. It may not have been the fastest combine of its time, but it was predictable and forgiving. Even decades later, many MF760 harvesters remain operational, proving that good design and solid construction can outlast generations of newer machines. Number 10. International Harvester 1480. The International Harvester 1480 is one of the most historically important harvesters of the 1980s because it helped establish rotary threshing as a viable and superior alternative to conventional systems. Introduced as part of IH's axial flow lineup, the 1480 brought innovation while maintaining the rugged, farmer-friendly approach that International Harvester was known for. At the heart of the 1480 was its single axial rotor, which replaced traditional cylinders and straw walkers. This rotor allowed crop material to flow continuously through the machine, improving threshing efficiency and reducing grain damage. Powered by a diesel engine producing approximately 180 horsepower, the 1480 had the strength to handle wide headers, often up to 25 feet, and process high volumes of crop material with fewer blockages. The rotary design made the 1480 especially effective in difficult harvesting conditions, such as damp straw or uneven crop maturity. Where conventional machines struggled with plugging or grain loss, the 1480 maintained steady performance. This adaptability made it popular with farmers who harvested a variety of crops or worked in unpredictable weather conditions. From a maintenance perspective, the 1480 struck a strong balance between innovation and serviceability. While the rotor system was advanced for its time, it was still largely mechanical and could be maintained without specialized electronic tools. Bearings, concaves, and drive components were designed to be inspected and replaced as part of normal service routines. The International Harvester 1480 laid the groundwork for modern rotary combines that dominate today's harvesting industry. Its long service life, strong performance, and continued use in many regions firmly establish it as one of the best harvesters of the 1980s. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.